the West prepares for nuclear war. According to two significant UK media outlets, Western countries are developing measures to prevent panic among their citizens should a nuclear weapon be used in Ukraine. The suspected preparations are said to be taking place while NATO officials continue to warn Moscow that there would be grave consequences if it used the weapon, while stoking rumors about its potential. According to stories in The Times and The Guardian, when asked if options and crisis plans were in place to deal with the fallout of a nuclear explosion in Eastern Europe, an unnamed Western official stated that such measures were in the works. As you might anticipate, the government is conducting careful planning for a variety of potential situations, of which a nuclear attack is one, the official told reporters on Friday. The sources conjectured that flyers may be given out to citizens to educate them on how to survive a nuclear assault or to discourage panic buying, though the official provided little additional specifics about what such alternatives might entail. After Russian President Vladimir Putin promised to employ all the means at his disposal if Russia's territorial integrity was threatened, a nuclear war of words between Russia and the West began last month, according to The Telegraph. The US and its allies saw the comment as a veiled threat to use nuclear weapons in the Ukraine conflict. Putin is aware that using a nuclear bomb in Ukraine will have serious repercussions for Russia, according to Jens Stoltenberg, Secretary General of NATO. In a similar vein, British Defence Secretary Ben Wallace warned on Thursday that if Russia were to deploy a nuclear weapon, there would be terrible consequences, and chastised French President Emmanuel Macron for giving away too much when he declared Paris would not retaliate with its own nuclear arsenal. Josep Borrell, the head of the EU's foreign policy, stated at the same time that any nuclear strike on Ukraine would result in a strong Western response that would annihilate the Russian army, but he also conceded that it would not be a nuclear response. During a Democratic fundraiser last week, U.S. President Joe Biden expressed concern that the conflict in Ukraine would result in Armageddon and noted that nuclear tensions were at their highest point since the 1960s, when Cold War brinksmanship peaked. Americans were initially alarmed by Biden's remarks, but the White House and the Pentagon swiftly clarified that there was actually no information or proof that Putin has either made a choice to use nuclear weapons in Ukraine, or has done anything to move closer to that decision-making process. Poland, a significant armament supplier to Kiev in its conflict with the Russians, has proposed that Washington expand its nuclear sharing program and place nukes on its soil as a deterrent against Moscow. Both the President of Poland, Andrzej Duda, and the Deputy Prime Minister, Jarosław Kaczynski, have recently brought up the idea. In August, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu made it plain that Moscow is not planning a nuclear strike on Ukraine because there are no objectives that call for such harsh measures. Russian officials have consistently declared that nuclear war should never be conducted. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel.